In the 21st century, we live in a world full of unprecedented opportunities. However, people have also evolved and society has transformed alongside them. In today's world, people face more social challenges than ever before. This leads many to experience insecurities, depression, and difficulties in self-acceptance from a young age. Neglecting these issues can have a profound impact on one's entire future. The concept of self-love is a hot topic nowadays. It's often presented as the ultimate solution to all problems. Just take a moment to love yourself and everything will fall into place. But is it really that simple? Welcome to ProRealLife. Today we'll explore the concept of self-love, what it means, how it develops, and how it manifests in our lives. Let's dive right in. Imagine this. It's morning, you're just woken up, and a workday awaits. You wash up, get ready, and head out. On your way, you treat yourself to a delicious cup of coffee. At your workplace, you tackle your tasks diligently. The workday comes to an end, and you head to the gym for a workout, rewarding yourself with a nice cocktail afterwards. Now, does this seem like the day of someone who genuinely loves themselves? Or could it be an attempt to break away from the usual routine? While coffee, cocktails, and those little indulgences are enjoyable, in reality, they might be more about seeking comfort. Why? Because when you treat yourself to these small rewards, it's mainly about brightening up your day a bit, and that's perfectly normal, we all do it. But genuine self-love goes deeper than that. Indulging yourself isn't quite the same as truly loving yourself. To understand this better, let's look at it from a different angle. Imagine treating other people in the same way. Instead of being there to support them or simply listening when they need it, you buy them coffee and cocktails. Do you think the person you're pampering would ever say they love you? Probably not. These fleeting pleasures don't solve the underlying issues. They're just small, everyday acts of self-indulgence, nothing more. True self-love is about self-awareness and delving into your inner world. It's also about recognizing that you're capable of more than just performing work routines. To start this self-discovery journey, take a moment to relax. Find a comfortable place, either lying down or sitting, and put your phones aside. Forget about your usual daily routine and pay attention to what's going on inside your mind. At first, your mind might seem empty, and you might wonder how to begin thinking deeply. But after a while, you'll start exploring your inner self. You'll mentally make plans, set goals, and reflect on your past experiences, values, priorities, and insecurities. It might feel like a chaotic stream of thoughts rushing through your mind. One idea will lead to another, and you'll need to analyze and organize them. This process may take more than one evening. However, with each moment of self-reflection, your self-understanding will grow. You'll identify problems and find solutions. Ultimately, you'll learn to accept and love yourself for who you truly are. Here's a detailed step-by-step plan for your journey to self-love. First, take it slow. To connect with yourself, it's important to step back from the constant rush of daily life. You need to shake off the burden of routine and grant yourself some peaceful moments alone to break free from autopilot mode. Think about what you genuinely want to achieve and who you want to become. Your life won't necessarily improve just because you travel more than someone else or have a more prestigious job than your mom's friend's son. Have a conversation with yourself. Do you genuinely need such a hectic pace? If so, why? Is it a way to avoid facing yourself? Take it easy, ask yourself questions, and discover your true self. Second, tackle the aspects of yourself that you're not happy with. When you engage in self-reflection, it becomes easier to spot what's bothering you. Once you identify the issue, focus on finding a solution. For example, if you're unhappy about being too thin or carrying extra weight and it makes you feel insecure, it's time to take action. Either build some muscles or shed those extra pounds. Are you bothered by crooked teeth? Do you get frustrated when you make spelling mistakes or struggle to find the right words in a conversation? You can work through all of these issues. It will take some time, but if you recognize a problem, you can also find a solution. By addressing the things that bother you, you'll have fewer reasons not to love yourself. Try speaking out loud about what you don't like about yourself, then write it down and examine the list closely. Ask yourself how you came to these conclusions and make sure these are genuinely the aspects that need change. If they do require change, then ask yourself why. Is it for a valid reason, not just because it's a social trend? If it is, then work on solving the problem. But if it's not, think about why it bothers you in the first place. Third, learn the power of saying no. Sometimes, the issue doesn't originate from within you, but from external sources, especially if you're a naturally kind and empathetic person who finds it hard to refuse requests. As you practice self-awareness, you'll gain a better understanding of the situations others pull you into. Then you can decide if you truly want to be a part of them. Perhaps you'd rather skip another Friday night at the bar. Maybe you don't want to disrupt your schedule by taking on an additional task just to please your boss. Or it could be that you don't feel like listening to your talkative neighbor's latest life story. Saying no doesn't make you impolite. No matter how many people want to make you feel guilty about it, prioritize yourself and avoid exhausting yourself by trying to please everyone around you. Fourth, take care of yourself. Becoming self-aware and having inner conversations are the first step in taking care of your inner well-being. How you nurture yourself eternally has a big impact on your overall inner life. However, remember that looking after your inner self is just one aspect of self-care. It's also important to pay attention to your appearance, keeping yourself neat, staying clean, and smelling nice. Moreover, taking care of your appearance can have a positive effect on your inner state. A simple shower may not evoke strong emotions, but what about indulging in a massage, spending time in a sauna, or treating yourself to a facial mask? Transform self-care both for your inner self and your appearance into a joyful experience and take pleasure in the process. Fifth, be mindful of your feelings. Ignoring your feelings is a typical mistake. Many people go through life on autopilot, managing tasks even when faced with emotionally challenging situations. However, this approach leads to a deficit of vital emotions, and sooner or later, you're likely to burn out over trivial issues. It might happen in a week, a month, or a year, but a breakdown is inevitable. People who truly love themselves pay attention to their feelings. By understanding what you're feeling, you gain control and influence over your emotional state. Sixth, take breaks. The first tip was about slowing down, and the sixth is about giving yourself breaks. These suggestions may not be the trendiest in today's fast-paced world, but they are crucial. The pursuit of a successful life can lead to burnout. The more exhausted and disheartened people feel, the harder they push themselves. However, those who truly love themselves won't follow that path. They'll pause and take a break. It's not a sign of laziness, it's a sign that they're mindful of their energy levels and well-being. Someone who loves themselves understands the real consequences of burnout and follows the principle of slowly but surely. Desiring to achieve goals and find success is completely natural, and there are times when you have to push yourself. However, it's equally important to understand the value of rest. Rest doesn't magically happen. You need to plan those breaks and earn them. Assess your efforts objectively and take breaks when necessary. 7. Develop critical thinking. Don't just automatically assume that everything you come across on the internet, even if it has thousands of likes, is genuine and significant. Sometimes it's quite the opposite. Question the information and verify its accuracy. Explore various sources instead of relying solely on the perspective of your favorite YouTuber. Before diving into discussions, ensure you grasp the context of the situation. People who love themselves don't react hastily to every sensational headline or story. They take their time to gather information and observe things calmly and impartially. Also, remember that critical thinking isn't only vital for evaluating external information, it's equally important for eternal reflection on your feelings, desires, and self-awareness. Self-love and self-awareness aren't subjects that you can master in a night or two or even over a whole weekend. These are aspects that develop and deepen through continuous practice until they become an integral part of you. Save this video, write down the key points, and keep them in a visible place. This way, you won't lose these tips in the sea of other information. There are countless ways to improve yourself, but not all of them deserve your attention or are genuinely meaningful. People often find themselves on the trendy self-improvement path, only to realize that waking up at 5 a.m. isn't a must, and completing 1,000 tasks a day isn't necessary either. However, those who truly love themselves focus on just a few methods that resonate with them, rather than trying to adopt every passing trend. Self-love doesn't necessarily involve indulging in long baths, massages, or spa days. It's not about having a minimalist kitchen with fancy dishes, and it certainly doesn't require fresh flowers every day. Self-love is about supporting and accepting your true self with all your strengths and weaknesses, without any particular reason, simply because you want to, while also striving to become a better version of yourself. ProRealLife encourages you to decide right now where to begin your journey to self-love. Take another look at all the points and then share in the comments what your first step will be. Make a promise to yourself and us. We'll soon see how well you stick to it.